Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Ultimate Apocalypse casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today we have got a 3 versus 3 on Pavonian Heartlands. Playing as the Chaos Space Marines, we've got Quadj. We've also got Oxyet playing as the Chaos Space Marines. And rounding off the southern team, we've got Keku as the Tau Empire. On the northern side, we've got Ayeket playing as the Imperial Guard. We've got Bench playing as the Imperial Guard. And we've also got Yay as the Space Marines. A wonderful plasma generator placement. Not sure if this is a little bit too many this early stage in the game, but you know what, I'll take it. Aesthetically pleasing all the same. So northern side, we do have a thematic kind of team. Imperial Guard and the Space Marines are well-known, well-loved allies in the lore. However, down south, I don't know, are the Tau bothered by the Chaos Space Marines? Do the Chaos Space Marines think, oh yeah, don't worry, we're definitely doing the greater good, don't you worry about us, we're all working towards the same goals and stuff. I mean, maybe, who knows. But Pavonian Heartlands, now this is a map that's got 2 versions of it. We are looking like that we're playing on the one that's a little bit skew with, as, I mean, what these 2 critical locations on this side are massively in favour of the southern team, with only 1 critical location being on the side of the northern team. But as far no critical location countdown thingamajiggies are on as far as I can see, although we'll have to wait and see if there's maybe some countdowns going on, but maybe we don't have the actual banner thing here, as it sometimes does happen on the replays. You have some Imperial conscripts already coming down over here to capture the critical location. Imperial Guard will have a wonderful day, as this map really only has 1, 2, and 3 very narrow choke points to defend. If you want to keep your half of the map sweet, whether they'll be able to do that, who really knows? 1, in fact 2, being kicked way into middle of no man's land. Do love that. That's a wonderful thing to see. God, they're just like ragdolls, aren't they? But like, really easily airborne ragdolls. Oh, it's like they're playing American football. God, it's like the England versus South Africa rugby game that happened last weekend. Yeah, I watched sport once. Wasn't intentional, it was at the pub. When I saw it, let me tell you now, I was really happy until the last 20 minutes. And then I wasn't. God damn you, South Africa, why are you so good at rugby? I mean, not that I know anything about rugby. I don't actually know which teams are normally good at rugby. I know that Brazil's meant to be the football. The Green Bay Packers are meant to be American football. And is it New Zealand that's meant to be really good at rugby? I don't know. Either way, the rugby continues. Raptors being aggressive every which way they go. Tau Commander also going to join in, as well as more Raptors come filing on in. Imperial conscripts not going to be able to do all that much against these guys. They're holding up a white flag of surrender by the looks of things. Got the Night Lords for Quadj, I think. Oh no, sorry, you are Ox, yeah. I mean, bearing in mind that these are not the way to pronounce those names, but I'm going to go and roll for anyway. We've got Night Lords, and we've got, what are you, I assume, Alpha Legion? Or Alpharius? Team Alpharius, whatever you call these guys. Scouts are coming over here. We're going to be bothered by the cultists at some point, but the mainstay of combat is on this side here. Listening post about to go down, looking to get a low upgrade, but might not be able to save it. I mean, these conscripts will not be saving anything anytime soon, but they've got a good surround on the Tau Commander, who is not going to be faring all that well, but then again, the conscripts are going to be killing them very quickly. And the Raptors are killing things left, right, and centre, but they cannot out-DPS the recovery rate, or the reinforcement rate, sorry, of these conscripts. Tau Commander going to fly away. Scouts in the ranks. Got a bigger knife, and physically, the scouts are a lot more taller. I should just say taller, pardon the syntax, than the conscripts. There's no competition. It's not about the size of your units, it's about how you use them. And these Raptors are being used to full effect here. Constantly stabbing away at any structure they can get. But the field command, packed to the brim with lads. This is where they want to be. And the plasma generators might struggle a little bit staying alive, but the firing rate from that field command is very, very oppressive. Force these guys back. A couple of Raptors have gone down in that. That's fine, they pushed the Imperial Guard all the way back home. The Servitor's been smacked around. Good elbow stabbings and slashes onto that listening post. The Servitors are trying to repair it. And it's basically a stalemate. Who can repair? Who can damage quickest? Up, Servitor's side, no, this is not for us. this is not a Merry Christmas that we want to get involved in, so fair enough. We are seeing some assault marines and the chopper backs over here. In fact, we're going to go for double assault marines. But it's a little bit too little too late. There's already a significant amount constantly being ferried on in. So very aggressive opening from the Southern Chaos team here. But are these going to be the Space Marine reinforcements? The Blood Angels coming in to save the day. It does look like it. Going to reinforce themselves with a couple of lads. But that listing post has gone down. These submarines are struggling. Well, they will struggle even. Oh, they might not. They might think, you know what, we just believe in ourselves. God, they're not back. I know that these Space Marines aren't being kicked into the air like the conscripts, but still, kicking a Space Marine any height into the air has got to be very impressive. Double turrets being placed over here. Scouts are now infiltrated. Down on this side, we do see the Imperial Guard going toe-to-toe with the Tau Pathfinders. What have you got? You've got a friend in there. Oh, marker drone. Okay. I think I've seen one of you before. That's a little flying disc. Get to mark those conscripts. I've managed to retake this area. To be fair, though, it was one Tau commander versus a whole smorgasbord of conscripts. So I wouldn't be able to hold it for too long anyway. Assault Marines at least keeping these guys occupied and busy. Has slowed down the economy of the northern side majorly though, losing some strategic points and listing posts. But in saying that, they're also slowing down their own economy because they've got to keep on reinforcing these guys. So whether it's worth it or not, I don't know, but what kind of tiers were going on down here? Got tier 2 for you. Got tier 2 for you. Yeah, you're quite far ahead. But again, I suppose that you've also got your tier 2s as well. Another listing post goes down. How about you guys? You got, yeah, your tier 2 as well, and you are also tier 2 with an additional field command. And Tau, yeah, everyone's taking up just fine. No need for me to be worried, but these Devastators certainly need to be worried. With naught but a heavy bolter to whack their enemies with, the Devastators are going to have to make quick, sharpish runs. Thankfully, the Hellhounds are on the way. A flamer on the turret and a flamer on the front. Intimidating piece of kit, especially against infantry. These guys are going to try and split their losses. I do love the spread of these plasma generators. Keeps all these buildings from being in contact with them, while also preventing the AoE blaster to damage the other plasma generators. Very nice stuff. Might be the new meta, maybe. Who knows? The morale being broken. Lots of turrets as well. Yeah, these boys are out of their league right now. Down on this side, we are seeing a Ministorm Priest giving the commander a big zap. Got some breaches. Unable to knock over the Ministorm Priest, or Psychic, or whatever it was called. Yeah, the Ministorm Priest, because he's got a big blue shield around him, hasn't he? Able to resist it. Flamers on all sides. Oh, this Hellhound over here. Do apologise. Long day recording, as usual. Yeah, so this Hellhound over here is going to go for a heavy stubber. Which does not seem to take away... Oh, it's the dude on the top. Right, okay, fair enough. Extra dude to improve his mood. Valkyrie are going to fly over here. Probably going to focus on the lightly armoured and defended plasma generators. Imperial conscripts going down with very little in the way of a fight. He's going to focus on listing posts. Still, I think this would probably be the way forward. Space Marines... Just give me a look. They've got their scouts with snipers. Got plenty of heretics to shoot down should they wish. And what are you all going to go? Ah, Plague Marines, right, sir. Quadge over here, he's going to go for Nurgle-themed troops. What about you, Oxia? You're Corn. Okay, fair enough. That makes total sense. Corn for the big smashies in the face. Nurgle for the avoiding smashies in the face. That's a technical term. Stealth suit's been flambéed. Undeaded. Raptors coming over here to see if they can go for a second pass. We also have a Stalker AA. It should be amazing at wrecking through infantry as well as, I do believe, aircraft. I don't think it's on this card, but it would make sense for an anti-air gun to be good against aircraft. Wouldn't you say? Yeah, very quickly, these guys will go down. No trouble at all for the Adepts and Astartes today. Well, good on the other hand, still in the base. Not killing any plasma generators though. But it's at least drawn back, or at least hold back, a couple of these tanks as the Imperial Guard come back again. Barracuda working like best friends with the Hell Talon. One left, one on the right. Meet in the middle, it's an aircraft fight. The Hellhounds go down en masse. Hellhounds are not what you want against aircraft at all. Don't even think they can even shoot upwards. It's like a dog. Dogs can't look up, can they? At least that's what I learned on Shaun of the Dead. Temporary Agency are going to come up to see if we can repair these. Thingamajigums. And only Imperial conscripts. Are these guys just only going for the meat shields? I mean, massive respect. Why go for the elites when you can just drown your enemies in a sea of corpses? And if it's not their own, then just make it your own. The God Emperor cares not from whence the blood flows. Only that the souls get eaten by him on his Imperial throne. Aircraft rifles or aircraft tank? Yeah, actually, yeah, that's you're not getting in there with aircraft, are you, Sunshine? Not at all. Let's head breathers tanks over. Sort out the Hell Talon. Thought he wreaked any more havoc. Got a con berserkers in there as well. Surrounding that Minister and Priest of the Primaris Psyche. Being slapped with a bolt pistol. And also slashed with an axe. Price battleships over here. And these guys are, well, in combination with the Berserker Warriors, that's a very good combination. Got superior firepower, superior close combat capabilities. Imperial Guard will need to make some sort of defensive formation or wall if they want to do anything. Maybe it's a mass of lads here, some heavy weapons teams, maybe even a infantry command just to provide shelter in the form of a bunker. So at the moment, the Imperial Guard, their defences are not as static as I would like them to be. It's been really lovely if they already had something planned for here. Or maybe even from this area here to this area here, allowing both Imperial Guardsmen to funnel forces into this front line here, while maybe some of them make some sort of like flanking manoeuvre around this side. That's what I would have done if I was playing, and also if I was good at the game, which I'm not. Great Imperial has joined these crisis battleships by the sounds of it. But they fly away. No amount of courage or honor-bound duty will keep them in a engagement where they cannot win. Space Marines, what are you doing? You have still got your Devastators. You've got your second stronghold on the way. But no major... Oh, you're going to go for tier 3, technically. What about you, Chaos? You're just waiting to pile up all the numbers, aren't you? Yeah, it's just Chaos, Plague Marines. Why go for anything else when we could just go for... I mean... Space Marines of the chaotic variety. Gonna go for double Chaos Rhino transports as well. I imagine just to ferry these guys around as they are quite slow. We go for more Hell Talons. Aspiring Leader, Portrait, or Purge the Weak even. I know, multiple assault. Almost looking for amphibious here. Crossing the river, crossing that Rubicon. Tower Commander looking to get some shots in before these Caskins coming and doing some business, but Double Priest keeping these guys on their toes. No one can really take them out. It's a bit of a waste of a big exploding blue mushroom, but Hey, it seems to be working. Seems to at least be knocking people over. That's not what you really want in a firefight. You can have weaker guns than your opponent, but so long as your damage is more consistent. That's the main thing. The Storm Priest being surrounded by some angry men in red. And the Hell Talon opening fire on the Predators or Chimeras down below. Do have the Common Berserkers now trying to move forward. Double sandbank emplacements, allowing them to resist some incoming fire. We're doing tell them against the chain axes of the Common Berserkers, but there are only 2 left, and they are not being reinforced at the moment. So potential for a squad wipe there. This could be a real major blow for Oxien here. As those Common Berserkers were what were really keeping him in this side of the game. Rotor Bomber flying over the air, but dying. The Imperial has been killed, question mark? Yes, you have. So they're going to walk back home in sadness. What's going on here? This choke point has not been touched at. This choke point has not been sniffed at neither. We're seeing anything crazy build order wise. Does not look it. Does not look at it at all. But double rhinos, I do believe that you guys are filled with joy. Yes. However, it's still firing at people. As the Imperial Guard push on forward. Cascans using their melter guns and their las guns to full effect. Possessed Marines, normally see them come a little bit later in the game. And they are normally quite beastly creatures to have. Morale being broken on these guys. Lots of belching and pus-filled weaponry going on here. And yeah, man, the Plague Marines covering the land in a sea of green. Intimidating sight to behold. Can't imagine how many showers it would take to wash all that out. But I'm thinking it's definitely more than one. But whatever think you need, probably add 10 to it. And then add a little bit more. Just for good measure. But yeah, both runners survive. Chaos Space Marines really turning the tide of that engagement. Yeah, okay, the Crisis Battlesuits, they can take on buildings and infantry according to their unit card, but as you saw there, not doing amazing damage against the sheer number of conscripts. Do have the Stalker AA wandering on in. The second one just parking up next side to him. I do quite like it. They've got the Great Imperial, never mind just a regular Imperial, but the Great One standing in front of his Crisis Battlesuit brothers. Taking out that AA Stalker. And now it's just a case of shooting fish in a barrel. Good lord. What an intimidating firing line this is. I've also got some Possessed Marines just running forward as well. Like as if the Imperial Guard had enough to worry about there. But big explosions from the Skyrim missile gunship. Big bloofers coming around the backside as well. Intimidating amount of firepower. As he possessed wander on forward. Who are you shooting at? There's no one up. Yeah. You're just firing at the lake. He's not a big fan of lakes. Fair enough, Towman. Fair enough. We had the Imperial Guard there, fleeing away from the front lines here. Moving a bit backwards. Lulling them through the narrow choke point. And what's been teleported in? It's Space Marines of the Stern Guard veteran variety. And the Hellfire Dreadnought. If anyone's going to save Imperial Guard, well, it's definitely not going to be this Dreadnought. Definitely not going to be him. As these broadside Shasphere elites annihilate any kind of vehicle or building that they come in contact with. But a real situation going on here. What's this Imperial Guard player doing? Is he getting Oh, he's getting tanks. Fair enough. Wondering what he was getting up to. Second guard veteran still there. Ironclad Dreadnought even on the backside. They're going to move forward, see what they could do. Lots of missiles being fired from missile gunships. Sandbags been placed by the Cassicans. Price battlesuits trying to get around the flanks. They've got their flamers at the ready, should they need to, and definitely they will need it. Looking to berate the morale of the Cassicans, but the priests are keeping them ship-shape in Bristol fashion. They storm something. Bane Blade, whatever you call it, is coming in. Fire Sword even. Primarily good against infantry with that huge flame on the front. And at the moment, the only real serious vehicular stuff that are on the enemy side are these Skyway missile gunships. Now, flanking manoeuvre, Lehman Russ Executioner and Lehman Russ Annihilator on all sides. Absolute chaos. The Tau and the Chaos Space Marine looked really, really strong then as they pushed in, but the moment all these forces decided to converge on one location has certainly made the Tau struggle. Plague Marines, they're not even going to try and run away. They're too slow to do it. They're just going to stand firm and do what they can. Ironclad Dreadnought now safe enough to actually come out over here and potentially rack some revenge. The Fire Sword very low on health now. Has taken a lot of damage fire from all those crisis battlesuits. Also have a sunlit. Oh no, sorry, no, that's what we're looking at. We're looking at the Stingray missile gunship. Triple rail cannons, very lethal. Devastators, in fact double Devastators down here on the stern guard. The pin holding the whole garment together. Yeah, Tau are not going to win this engagement whatsoever. They probably need to pull back all their stuff if they can. Unless of course this unit here is just defending. Providing a retreating screen for anyone on their side, but Tau Commander won't get any side of that. Very unfortunate. What's going on down these sides? Seems to be like just like a massive, only one-sided thing. This Plague Reaper could just walk over here. It's not far. Start destroying things if it wanted to. But they're very keen on saving the Tau player. The old tug of war between the Imperium and Chaos as well as Tau. Huge flames going off on these possessed squads, but they've got lots of health. They could... I mean, in theory they should be able to take it, but they've also got so many more things just like firing in there as well. Even making use of Imperial conscripts at this stage of the game, very impressive stuff. Normally see them used for capping and that's about it, but no. These guys have been used for some military actions, if I do say so myself. You've been witnessed by someone. Temporary tendency have been taken down. One Lehman Russ falling foul. Another one soon to follow if they're not careful. The stealth suit teams armed with a shield drone. Trying to stand toe-to-toe with the Devastators and the Imperial Guard, but not quite. Too much firepower for even the Tau to deal with. I'm going to go back for the Barracudas. This dude is just going to fly straight over the action and go straight for all of this. Got a Fire Sword on this side. Might prove its undoing if it can actually aim upwards. Now the Space Marines are relying on their melter guns, but they don't have enough. I mean, they've got the missile launcher on the Devastators. Sternguard veterans. Stern as he like, they're not going to be holding on for much longer. Unless, of course, the Imperial Guard come in last possible minute with 1,000,000 plasma guns. Here we go, boys. It's blue on either side. It's a real difficult struggle. But the Imperial Guard do seem to be losing a lot more tanks than the Tau Empire are losing battlesuits. But again, they can just buy them on the fly, can't they? Go on, Fire Sword, get them. Burn them to a crisp. Seem to be focusing on the Sky Missile gunship. And not the man hiding behind it. We can see you, Mr. Broadside Shasphere Elite. We know you're there. Huffing the exhaust fumes. Don't blame me, they smell nice, but they're not good for your longevity. Terminator's going into a ranged stance against this Chaos Predator. Not going to kill it anytime soon, but the Chaos Predator's not going to kill them anytime soon. So that is one benefit to a stalemate like that. More Leman Russ Annihilators firing into the mass of the Sunfire battlesuits. But is it doing them any favours? Does not seem like it. We are firing a artillery bombardment in the middle there. Not sure if that does a lot of damage to buildings. In fact, I'm certain it doesn't. Just quite surprised to see that there. Oh no, there's about half damage to plasma generators, I think. Which will make sniping them out later a lot easier. If they're already at half damage. Might even potentially be able to push through this entire Imperial defensive line. And show them what for. Imperial hasn't died yet, which is quite impressive. Leman Russ Executioner doing a bit of a spin before firing away. Down this side we are seeing the Terminators. We're thinking about going up against a whole amount of Chaos possessed Marines. We will fall back. But now they have alerted the animals. They can smell blood in the wall or the water. What's firing at you? Oh, it's a Furiosa Dreadnought. Or Venerable Dreadnought, so we're not playing Blood Angels, are we? She's going to get done in, I imagine, over a period of time. We do have the Plague Reaper taking on Casticans and double Leman Russes, as well as a command squad here. He's not scared, he's got health for days. 24,000 health compared to 8,000 health. That is at least, what, 1, 2, 3. That's at least 3 tanks, if my maths is correct. Which it usually isn't. But we'll take it. It does seem that Ica has lost his base. Very emotional. Bringing on one final napalm before going away. I assume it then they have rebuilt their stuff over here. Oh, they've got no builder units. Well, that's awkward. We're still going to go for the tank armor too. If anything, just so they can potentially hold up against this Leman Russ for a little bit longer. But sadly, looks like he's going to go the way of his former master. But quite calm all the same. He knows his business. He knows when to throw the towel. And that time was then. Field command soon to be taken down. Now it's more or less just 2 versus 3. It's not undoable. But I mean, the odds are stacked ever against their favour. They now have access to all of this in the way of resources. They've also gained an additional 2 prongs of attack for, in fact, even 3. Oh, hold on, 1 minute. They've now got 1, 2, 3. Yep, they've got 4 individual ways to get on side of the enemy's map. Lord Leman Russ Annihilators coming forward, but we do not want to see them coming in a conga line. Want them coming in as one. If you send in one first, and the first one's going to be the most bruised, send them in all at the same time, and they've got a fighting chance to last a little bit longer than normal. But the broadsides don't fall for that dastardly trick. They know what the Orcs are up to, so the moment they see them on the hill, they're going to change their target towards them. Stingray missile gunship adding to the damage when they all fall down. Down this side, the hammerhead gunship, in fact, triple hammerhead gunships, are now bullying Bench from his listing post. Cascans, though, they're not all terrible. But even with souped up las guns, they won't be doing any damage. Huge explosion on the incoming. Which was, what were you? Did you get anything special? I was going to say, gotta remember to make sure that some relic units are in this game, and they might happen at some point. Gotta keep my eyes up for them, and I thought that was one that should happen there. Never mind me, the Terminators are going up against the Mutilators. Mutilators will probably win in close combat. Not sure what that teleport was there. So close to the firing line. Terminators can stand up to the mutilators for a little bit. But they are not Supermen. They're super genetically altered, but they're not Supermen still. Mind you, these guys are holding up against the mutilators quite well, but they are also assault Terminators? I thought those were jump packs for a second. I was thinking, hang on. Terminators can't have jump packs, that's not how it works. They're too heavy. Also, Plague Marines over here. Sticking it to the man. Predator Executioners trading on their main weapons for some flamers. That's not a terrible idea. Land Raider Redeemer. A mighty relic unit for the Space Marines. Tons of health at 8,200 health. Down over yonder, the tower keep on pushing the Imperial Guard. Taking out the listing post to bringing in some more reinforcements as well. This is not so much of a siege as an extermination. Gonna go for another Stormblade. Whether that will help them in their trying time and need, it's unsure. Lots of blasting, lots of booming. What can the Imperial Guard and Space Marine player do from this stage onwards? I mean, they've got the Titan bait. I suppose we'll just be trying our best to push all these guys out. Get loads of like cheap naff infantry. Stick them in every single building. Make every building really painful to stand next to. And then, once you've done that, well, just win, I suppose. Do have a... I thought we were an Avatar Kane for a second then, but you're not. The Sorcerer Lord. He was doing things. We are all seeing a Pillar of World's End, so infinite amounts of demons to come from that portal, should they choose. Double Land Raiders taking on this one singular Space Marine. Must be really lonely or sad to know that your main weapon does very little damage to one singular dude with a big stick and a symbol on it. Well, the tower keeping on. They've got the momentum. If the Imperial Guard could just stop them just for a couple of seconds, that might break the advance. But by killing all of the enemy stuff, the tower basically protecting themselves from other players getting bigger stuff as well. Crazy tactic, I know, but it is what it is. The tower firing away at everyone, not sure who's grabbed their eye yet. Huge explosions from the orbital bombardment. And a Plague Reaper on the flanks. This is not looking pretty at all for the Imperial Guard. They can only really rely on their Space Marine allies. And even then, it looks like they've lost their main HQ or command person. This was it. I don't think it was it. No. So it's going to be a difficult one. Unless everyone grabs a bayonet and charges. Can't imagine much that they could do. Plague Marines over here still using their melter guns. And the Mars pack goes down. What else do the Imperial Guard have to endure here? There's not even people inside the buildings firing back. This is just death personified. Got ready in the beddy. A mutilator squad in here. As well as regular mutilators. Well, they're both mutilators. They're going to come in and punch some stuff. Do very little damage in the process, apparently. But one mutilator goes down. Very sad to see. Unless, of course, you don't like the opponents, in which case, very happy. Terminator's going to come down, walking like they're on the moon. No rush whatsoever. Got all the time. Buildings regen themselves. Oh dear, but that sonic generator thing. So that wasn't a solid generator. So I'm getting Unification confused with Ultimate Apocalypse. That one was where Space Marine player can research loads of unique global abilities that you can use. A one's bombardment. One's shit. They do other things. I can't remember. I've only used one once. Leave me alone. The Mutilators have got the number advantage. The Imperial Guard still holding on, bless them. Still got men inside the building, firing away. They weren't there before, but they're there now. They've been tasked with one thing. And that is to die of glory. And dying glory they've done. All spread out. Mutilator still running amok about the place. The bane of the Space Marines. As they begin to lose all of their stuffs. Now it's just a 1v3. I mean, is the Imperial Guard even bothering to build up in your base? Does not look like it. Hopefully they won't notice this field command down here, but oh dear, they've already seen it. Okay, fair enough, you've seen it. There's not much they could do then. Just a case of a last stand. Last stand against the forces of madness and darkness and the greater good. Terminators with their missiles and their flamers doing a quite good job. Flamers for the infantry, no target really for the missile launchers. Not unless of course these hammerheads get a little bit closer. But why would they want to? Last of the bits and bobs to go. Over on this side. Listening post. Almost dead, but no one's going to get him. They were thinking about it, but decided, nah. Not today, listening post. Go on, take him down, you've deserved it. Go on, just a couple more slaps. You can get him. You can do him. Never mind. Well, that's news. And Mutilators have killed everyone. There are only these bits left, which I'm fairly sure Space Marine player won't do anything too crazy as this game wraps up. He's going to build up some more bits and bobs. We do have a Riptide Titan there. And that is, boys and girls, all she wrote. So, I mean, lovely defense early on. It did look like that the Imperial Guard were going to make a breakthrough in this general area, but the teamwork between the Chaos Space Marines and the Tau going over onto this side, all three players, in fact, actually, defending on this area. The Northern team might have benefited a little bit if they sent like one or two troops maybe around the side just to draw some of that main force away, and they could then continue pushing towards the Tau side. But who knows? That's a bit of theory crafting right there. So thank you ever so much to Roman228 for sending us this game into the Discord. If you want to support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you one extra game a week, and there is also a Discord. What Discord things happen? Links in the description as always. I've been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never short. I'll see you in a bit. Peace.